you don't want your friends and enemies to know. Here we go. Looks like we're almost live. Done. Okay. Over to you, Gerardo.
Thank you, Kent. So Fabian and I, we will present the results of this experiment that we started with a team of 8 about the ExO Community Awards. So next, please, Fabian. So the Latin American community in OpenExO is growing a lot. Like right now, we represent 30% of the total members of OpenExO. And well, through this initiative, actually, we wanted to reward the people who inspire us and make us see opportunities to progress and be as better as possible as we can. And also the second thing is that we wanted to show that together, with a mindset of abundance, we can achieve exponential impact for ourselves and for the next generations. Next, please. We have like 3 main goals. The first is to give public recognition for people and their contribution to having this exponential impact in Latin America. The second was to increase the level of engagement of the community. And the third is to bring exposure to the general public and to attract more people into the community to make a better world for all, actually. Next, please. So very quickly, how it works. Everyone with a complete profile in OpenExO who at least has the foundation certification could be a nominee. For some categories, they could self-apply, and for others, they could be nominated by a third party. We have 3 blocks of category. The first, community, people, and enterprises. On the enterprises block, there were no restrictions regarding the OpenExO affiliation. And everything is on the webpage of the exocommunityawards.com. And we have also a voting phase in 2 parts. The first is the community voting and selecting the nominees. And the second part is a jury of experts selected by the OpenExO Awards Committee. And at the end, we have like a big party on a live on YouTube. Next, please. So we have 10 categories. The first is the ExO Consultant Coach of the Year. The second is the ExO Trainer of the Year. The third is engagement. So we took data from the OpenExO platform to look which person was the one who bring more engagement and more posts and who make the OpenExO community shine the most. After that, we have the inspiration. After that, we have the mindset, ExO mindset, and this person is the one who make key efforts and action to show an abundance mindset in the community. We have also the ExO woman category, the ExO teen for ages between 12 and 25 years old. We have the entrepreneur also, the enterprise that is doing something for a better future. And we have also the Saleem Prize. And this is an exponential initiative with great social impact in Latin America. Next, please. So for the roadmap, we designed 30 days to prepare and launch the awards. After that, 15 days for the voting phase. And we have the ceremony on January the 20th. Next, please.
Perfect. I'll take it from here. Thank you, Gerardo. And just to show you some numbers of what this looked like. So around nominations, we had 73 different people that were nominated. In the first phase, people could actually nominate themselves or nominate others. So this is what we're talking about. And overall, 136 people nominating others. From those, we had 10 winners. And among those winners, we distributed 10,000 EXOs. Just to show you the winners, you may recognize a couple of faces there. We had, in the second phase after the nominations, we had we reduced the lists for different categories, and then the community voted for their favorite. So we had 339 people voting, but the end results, the winners, were not just a popularity contest. We also had these juries that helped us to reach to that decision. So it was not only the number of votes, but also these people going around and understanding what they did in each category. The winners, they each got 1,000 EXOs, also a blockchain certificate with Certifico. And on the way, there's a statue that the team designed and some wine that we're going to send them. Whoever from the organizer team is nearest to the winners, we're going to send them some wine. So that's nice as well. Then moving on to the ceremony, I think this was a really big success. If you had the opportunity to be there, you really feel it was a great vibe. Everyone was excited, and it was a good opportunity to dress up, wear a suit, something that didn't happen within the last year, right? The day of the event was the January 20th. We had on Zoom all the nominees, around 80 people, and on YouTube there were 200 people watching. So we did have an interesting impact here, and the ceremony was really interesting. We had a couple of people, just guests, talking about in some topics, and we did like this simulation of some kind of Oscars where all the nominees would appear on screen, and then an envelope, and Karina and Thomas didn't know actually who the winner was, so it was all the surprising at that moment. And finally, just to close this, some interesting insights. I think the biggest insight here is the need for engagement for the community. The community is hungry for these kind of initiatives, and it really helped people to feel closer to OpenEXO. Especially the Latin American culture, Latin American people are more like, they like to be close. So having something like this really helped. And also there was a lot of work, like going with, Karina did an excellent job here, to just reaching people one by one, inviting them, telling them to share in their in LinkedIn or other social media. That really helped to have a huge impact there. It was also great to have Saleem there to make this official, and people just want more of this. So this was a real success. And on your right, you can see a couple of numbers. At the middle, I think we missed to do this from the beginning. We created a page for the awards, but before that, every one of the organizers was just posting from their own social media accounts, and we lost the numbers. There were thousands of impressions and shares of those posts, just sharing the nominees and people that will be attending the prize. So we're really excited, and we're really happy with the results of this experiment. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to add that, of course, it was not a job of Fabian and myself only. So I just want to recognize also the rest of the team. So Karina Vesproman, Angel Ortega, Fabian, Juan Carlos, Alzate, Tomás, Brain, and myself, of course. So it was a very nice experience, completely working remotely, and it was a huge success.
I have a quick question. You have a Saleem Prize? That's frightening.
Yeah. And the Saleem Prize is like, for this year, it was Pedro Lopez Ela who won that prize. And actually, the project that he conducted a company builder in 4 countries. You can add, Fabian, I think it was Mexico, Peru, Colombia, Argentina, and we have like 163 teams applying for this. It was a huge success. We have like almost 300 mentors and coaches participating, everything for free. And out of this, we have like many enterprises that went into acceleration process with Alianza del Pacifico and with funding of banks. And personally, I'm in contact with one of these initiatives that recently got like a funding of $70 million. And it's a project related to well-being and using virtual reality. So really, it was a huge success.
Wow.
I'll give a
Okay, that's
I think
awesome.
I think I'll pile on that. Wow. I didn't even know all of that came down the other side. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you for your support, Saleem, and ExO Economy, Kent, Kevin,
I
everyone.
would say I participate on that one, and I'm honored to be one of the nominees and also one of the winners. But more importantly, guys, I think you did a great job engaging the community, and you can see that not only in the result but during the weeks and after the event. Very good job.
Healthy long tail
Thank you,
there.
Cesar.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, EXO LATAM Awards Ceremony team for presenting that today. That sort of project follow-up and reporting and follow-through is just outstanding. I don't know how much, if any, overlap there is between the work you did and the work that's being done on the EXO Prize process. There are people here from both of those projects today, but it seems to me that some of the procedures that you created and pioneered there in our network could be adopted and might be really nice to use since they were so successful. That'd be great. So we'll see if that happens. All right, so now let's get into the yes.
Ken, if I can add something, just a suggestion, I think it's such a good practice and good use case that perhaps we should consider to write a blog or something, Nikki and the team and maybe the writer we have in New Zealand, and do something. You know, I think those posts also are very good for our project.
Super idea. This will be recorded on YouTube, so anybody can download that. If you don't know how to download clips on YouTube, just clip grab, shove it into Descript, write the post. It'll write the post for you, and you just have to edit it basically at this point after the presentation that Gerardo just gave, and Gerardo and Fabian just gave. So great idea, Cesar. That I don't see why that won't happen.
A final thought. We should take this to the whole Open EXO community. Like, this was a success. We should do this in a worldwide manner. So just to put this on the table.
Yeah, I think let's find a way to have a second one-off meeting where we pull out a few people from here, a few people from the project team, and discuss how that might look like. You know, it's not even the same as what's called the EXO Prize right now. That's a very different process, but I think you're right. I think this was a huge success. We run experiments here in EXO land. We have success and we have failure plenty of times, but the ones that work, we're supposed to amplify them, aren't we? So that's the idea. So
yes,
couldn't agree more.
And actually, it's not the end. We have a next event that is EXO Women. So for the International Day of Women, we're conducting a day when we will have like many women entrepreneurs.
Are you in coordination with Women for Impact on that, Gerardo?
I'm not sure, Fabian, are we coordinated with them?
Yeah, Karina.
Okay, yes, we are.
Okay, yeah, because that would be great. We would love to see that. There's 15 women from our community. In the beginning there were 15. There's more now that are focused very much, and they're currently running an education-focused sprint right now. So they might have to finish that before they can dive into something else. I don't know, but check that out. But yeah, Women for Impact, they have a website. I don't remember the URL. If anybody has that, you can post it. But there you go. So you can see now we've got these groups of people doing things, and now the groups can get together and make, do amazing things. So fantastic. Let's move on to the next part, just because we do have limited time today. So next, I'd love to hear updates from Eric Patel. Eric Patel is our project coordinator in the EXO Economy. It's an official role that he energizes. So Eric, tell us what's going on.
Thanks a lot, and good to see everyone. We are making some progress with the EXO Economy business overview document that had another editing pass. Wanted to thank Najib and Cesar and Mikhail and others for all the work that's gone into that. Kent's actually taking a look at it now, and I think once that kind of passes that review, would love to be able to share it to the wider team here for their input and review and kind of move that along. We're going to go through pretty much the same process with the other document, which is the EXO's blockchain technical overview doc. So look for that coming up as well. And in other news, the EXO Economy Treasury team met yesterday, as we do periodically, just to discuss and resolve any kind of issues related with the Treasury and data and Exos as well. So I want to thank folks for joining that. And just lastly, just continue to work with Nikki and Angelo and others just to move things forward. That's it.
Okay, great. I think you should, and I don't think you have to wait for me to post the draft of 2.9 to this group. So if you're comfortable, you might make a, I don't know if you want to make another copy, you handle that however you like, but if you're comfortable sending that to this group, a number of people in this group have already read this anyway. So it won't hurt to get fresh eyes on that. I mean, I've been working on that document since 2016, so I can hardly see it right anymore, so it's not a bad thing. So, and Najib as well, he and I are the original two folks, and then Michael Monique came in with a big pass in 2018, and now you're in there, helping tidy up all the stuff we wrote. He's 65 pages or something at this point, so it's not a small document. Okay, thank you, Eric. Let's jump over to Nikki. Nikki is our marketing director here in the EXO Economy. She liaises with the Open EXO marketing operations team on a regular basis and has a couple of interesting, very key projects going on. So Nikki, over to you.
All right, thank you. We're working on the website. It's a refresh of the economy.openexo website. And so that is work in progress. We're not going to have 35 or 60 pages on that one. Thank you very much. And we're working on some infographics to talk about the different uses of these wallets, because what's come up and what hopefully Eric got to clarify in some of these treasury meetings is that when you're using it individually and just sharing a wallet address, it's one experience, but if you're running a business off of it, it's an entirely different idea. And the campaign version versus doing business back and forth with regular people influencing, it just changes everything. So we're going to put that in a graphic form as well as have tutorials. So I'm having the team working on the website doing some little video edits as well as infographics on that. I will be showing you along the way so that I know that I'm getting it right. So thank you for your input in advance. And one thing that's really exciting is coming up is the 3rd birthday party. We're going to be launching basically the new wallet and all the new things that are coming up. Hopefully more juicy information to come on that. But we've got a program in place that's a doubling exercise. And so what we've done is we've taken several ideas that Angelo's been able to garner from the community. I'm going to put this in chat for you. And basically the top 20 that we can measure right now are going to be maybe the basis for this doubling exercise. So I'm going to be working with the dev team or whoever else I need to get involved on how do we measure this? How do we track this? How do we set a baseline for our engagement right now? Because our whole goal as a team, our dream team of Eric and Vanessa and Angelo and myself, is to increase engagement and 10x engagement by the end of this year. So by doing that, we're going to take these 20 initiatives or anything else that comes up in between and start to measure and make progress reports. And so this is kind of what's exciting me right now, is that we finally get to see what exactly this community is up to. That includes use cases. I think the LATAM Awards is a perfect one. And yes, I would love to do a presser on that. So that's it for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Nikki. And I know you're probably holding the new website for the big reveal. So do we have any kind of a sense of timeline? We don't have to dig deep into it right now, but there's some pressures that.
Yeah, I asked him for some visual progress this week. I definitely have a hard deadline for functional website by March 15th. And then April 1st will be the finalized, everything's functional for the 8th launch, in time for the 8th launch. That's the goal anyway.
Okay, so it's generally timed toward the launch or the birthday. The birthday is what
the birthday.
Okay, got it. Okay, and looks like
quick question, Ken.
Please.
For Nikki. Nikki, so are we planning around this birthday also the EXO Live event? Is that the plan, or did I get it?
I know that's in the works and we haven't coordinated yet, but chances are yes, of course, right, Kevin? Or maybe he'll comment on that as we get to that feedback. But yes, we'll do a live event.
Let's pass the ball to Kevin then for the next, and then we'll go, since you mentioned him, and then Kevin, if you'll just pass to Vanessa Powell when you're done.
Perfect.
And then the
In terms of events for the birthday, yeah, we will discuss that, Nikki. Absolutely. The updates that I want to give is just twofold. First, just around ExO Prize. So of course that is currently running. We're in week 1. The idea of this ExO Prize is for teams to look at initiatives to walk the talk, drive our community towards action and to transform the world. So it's quite a cool prize. We have 54,000 ExOs that we have at our disposal, which is going towards coaches, the participants, towards advisory calls, and then towards prizes at the end of the whole thing. And this is also a pilot, so it's experimentation. And so just to announce that everyone that's running, some people here are participants, some people here are coaches. Yeah, really exciting. I'm super excited about coaching a team. So yeah, and then the second thing that I wanted to mention is we have, and Kent mentioned this, last week we had, was it New Zealand last week? Yes, presenting. And we have run now 2 essentially sort of pilots of what that looks like in terms of applying for an ExO's grant in order to build a community, whether that's local. They've been local communities so far, but it also could be topic-specific communities. But we haven't made that public to the community yet. So I am in the process of actually doing that. I have put an article together that outlines what people need to do, and I'll be sharing that with the community today. We from a treasury point of view have, I think, ironed out most of the kinks in terms of community members using Dada as as a way for them to distribute their tokens. Yesterday, I made a few videos for Vanessa to go with our written article, so that people can see how that works, especially people who have already received tokens from a campaign, but now are going to be campaign managers, so they need a second email, like all the sort of admin sort of stuff that could get confusing, but shouldn't. So yeah, so that's pretty exciting. And I think that's pretty much all my announcements. So I guess it would be over to Vanessa or my feedback.
That's right. Thank you, Kevin.
Good morning, everyone. All right. I have stats update from the past week. I just shared them on the chat, and I have also a report that I'm going to attach in a second. Been sharing the event that is coming up in 2 days. The ExO version 2. Sorry about that.
Wow.
The scale attributes. And I'm also hoping with the promotion of the ExO Woman event that Karina Vesprovan has been working on. Community, open ExO community members keep growing, the ExO Economy Circle as well. We got new members in Discord, new followers in Twitter and in LinkedIn. So looking really, really good. And yeah, I received the awesome videos from Kevin yesterday to share on our guide on how to manage your data campaign. So that's going to be available pretty soon. And that is all I got for today.
Thank you, Vanessa from Miami. Najib.
Hi guys. First, give thanks to everyone here that it has been helping us with the wallet. I know it has been a journey, and I know most of you guys that are helping us are specifically the guys from Mac. It has been a lot of effort. I just want to explain why. All the wallets work well, except for Mac. We have few things that, due to that, we end up redoing it for like a change in the database, because only a specific version of Mac doesn't work. And why it is so particular here and it's not affecting, I think it's affecting everyone in the community beyond us. But the point is, this is so particular, this OpenExO community. We have seen that in this community, 65 or more are Mac users. That is very unusual. The other people don't even be upfront to care about Mac, and Mac is the latest on priority. They release first Windows and Linux, and if they can, they release something for Mac, to be honest. In this case, we can afford to do it in this way, and it's giving us a lot of headaches, because in this, when you have a community that 65% of the users are higher than 65% of the users are Mac, you can afford not to do that and say, yeah, guys from Mac, I'm sorry, or either use Mac, either use Windows or Linux, because we have a problem. Then that is where it's a big effort, and this effort actually has been the other way around. We work in a lot of open source, and the open source we use a lot of upstreams. All the work that we are doing for us is to ask for the upstream, because the upstream, they say, hey, we don't have that problem. And then when we start to show them that it's a problem with Mac, they say, yeah, but who has Mac here? And then say, hey, we cannot just think it that way. And then all the effort is a community effort. And then we are bringing that effort that we are doing to share it with them. And they are now more involved, more like, yeah, we totally understand your situation. And they are with us now into that. It's a big community of developers. But I just want to explain what is going on beyond what is happening. And what is affecting us a little bit more. And in this case, Divergente was not affected, Rutanio was not affected yet, but it's going to be. It's because not only that is affecting specifically some Mac versions, it is because the blockchain from ExO is almost 3 years old, and it's over 1.3 million blocks. The 1.3 million blocks is something that is making the difference between us and some other chains, in this case, Divergente and Rutanio. But for the time being that they reach, I think, 1 million blocks, they may be feeling the same pain if we don't fix it now. Meaning that pain is specifically, again, for Mac version. Then for that time, it's going to be time that we will be resolving, because we are almost doing some extra testing to resolve that. That's a main update. The wallet, Nikki, I shared something maybe in an hour before. I would share the wallet from Divergente, because that is maybe the one that is a little bit ahead of the changes. We are doing some changes on that wallet that we want to bring to the ExO's wallet, and I think it's looking very cool and very nice. And there is these three things here on the bottom part. I think that we need to, we are working to add it into the ExOs, because we want to, again, connect the wallet experience with the community. We want to bring users that are here on the wallet to the marketplace, to the ExO Economy, and links to the main OpenExO website. And the way is right now is totally two different things, but we need to be very careful that we connect it, but safely, that we don't bring any issues to the wallet that is still decentralized and a pseudo-anonymous wallet. Then, but I think we cannot just lose this opportunity to connect. And I just want to share this one. Michelle and the guys from Chile has been leading, and this is almost to go to the production. But I think this is one part that we worked this past week with them, and I think it's important to bring it to and to do pretty much the same with the guys from this.
Can I bust in super quick on that? Najib was showing Divergente. We'll let Michelle go next, and he can talk about Diver. But we got Diver and representatives from Divergente and Rutanio both here, sister economies of the ExO Economies with their own standalone public permissionless blockchains, somewhat modeled after the ExO's blockchain in a way. And what you're seeing here is amazing, because the Divergente team has actually taken their wallet design further than we've taken the wallet design on the ExO side, and it's beautiful. And now we're learning from that, and we're bringing it back. And I just think that's incredible. And this is how we're all learning together. And I wanted to point that out. So. Najib, do you have any kind of an ETA that you can share for us? Again, I'm asking because Eric is collecting ETAs. That's part of his hat, and because we want to start to build a timeline that we can use as part of our product roadmap updates.
Yes, I will expect that you guys send me this information that I just posted there, Nikki. I send it there on the private channel. But the idea is to try to wrap it up this week, do more testing. Again, our work for this week has been testing. It's just to add to the complexity, you know, that Mac at the M1, the new chipset, we did some testing, preliminary testing. It went well into the Intel simulation, but it looks like we will be postponing the native code for the Apple M1 chipset. And that's saying we are not delayed anymore, but that's going to be on the roadmap to create native code, because I think it's going to be some advantage for those new Apple users, new computers with the new chipset. But and it's very promising because it's quite good, to be honest. We are very happy with that. We are very unhappy with Apple doing all those changes from version to version, but it's only something that we need to deal with.
Awesome. For those of you who listened and logged into Discord, you just got a present. Okay. All right. Thank you, Najib. Super excited. I can't tell you how excited I am about the new wallet. I know Nikki is too. It's going to kick off a number of very interesting campaigns. Most importantly, and this is a special message to everyone here, it makes staking easier. Staking is still hard, but I need everybody on this call, especially, and if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you should be staking. And if you are not staking and you don't know how, or you can't make it work, or you need help, please contact us. We all need to be staking. It's our network. By staking, you help run the network. You're the data center. Think about that. It's a very interesting property of the EXO economy and its blockchain. So next, let's jump over to, let's do the sister economies. So Michelle and Cesar, I guess you'll represent possibly Rita and anything from Fluid Chains. Fair enough? Okay.
Hi, everybody. From Divergenti, the younger sister economy. Our platform is designed to help specialists or people with talent to help small businesses in their road to digitize their business, to confront the new challenges of this era. So because of this, and because of the work has to be a community rich, that's why we included the links in the wallet from us to the community, etc., etc. That makes it all like one community. The last 2 weeks, we worked a lot with adding to the community. We have people are very interested in different areas, technological, coaches, and people from the government in Chile that are interested to incorporate this kind of platform to help the small businesses. And only this week, the government approved a very big fund to help small businesses in the tourism and food business that have suffered a lot. So we are, I hope, on the right track, and we are going to add more and more participants to the community. And now the wallet is ready. We can share it with the rest of you. We will make a sort of an event, and we can start offering the chance for you to download the wallet and to be able to connect through different communities. Thank you.
Congratulations, Michelle, on your continued progress. Cesar?
Yes, congratulations, Michelle. So from the time perspective, I will start saying that they are being very active with the Certifico, which is the first decentralized app of this ecosystem. So they issue certificates for all their ambassadors now, as well as they are, good way into generating all the certificates for a program they run last year with Canu, one of the members of the whole ecosystem as well. And they will do next the certificates with the Alianza del Pacífico program. Then on the other side, OpenExO also issuing the certificate for the EXO Award that Latin America. So some of those have been issued. I think it's a good progress. We should all be happy because I see this like the first decentralized app that happened to be built by Fluid Chain, but it's the first decentralized app of the whole ecosystem that is working in Rutanio, that is working in ExO, in Divergenti, but also in Bitcoin and in tests for Ethereum. So I think that's very important for everybody to keep in mind. Then more specific on Rutanio, they have some projects now to run an event in around mid-March, which will be the launch of their training business toward the local community in Medellin. And that will be an important action for them. So they are working on these two models, one the certificate model and another one the events and education model for the local community. And they are already in plans to run and to participate with Connecta B2B and with IT Now in March and May. So it could be also good opportunities for ExO Economy and Divergenti to join efforts there. If any of you are interested, let me know, and we can coordinate on those two events with Marcelo, which is the person from Connecta B2B, which is also an ExO ambassador. And yeah, I will stop there, but I think those will be the main development.
Okay, wonderful. We're going to jump over next to Lisa Pereira. I believe this is Lisa's first attendance at this call. Lisa is part of the team running the EXO V2 book project. Lisa, I think this project is critical in the overall world and timeline of EXO Economy. Would you like to kind of give some updates here on how that project's going?
So a small correction, Lisa is the project running the
yeah, that's what yeah. Well, I've been told to use the royal we and everything, Saleem, so we are doing it.
So we've had a couple of starts, and I think now we're finally going to actually get the book rolling. We have the Scales Attribute event this Thursday, so hopefully that will kickstart a few more people to get into the writing. We had over 90 community members sign up with interest to be involved. But of course, from the time they signed up to now and everybody's bandwidth, so hopefully we'll have still a good core of people wanting to curate the project. Saleem and Peter will be writing the book, co-writing the book, and then we'll have a bunch of curators to help update content and for the chapters of the book. And so we have a folder and it's getting started. And so, yeah, we've got an Asana and I'm just chiseling away at all this stuff. So we're getting there.
One of the fun things about the book release, and this is just one idea of many that I think have floated around, we have a paper wallet. It's not commonly known, but if you go to paper.exos.to, you can create paper wallets to store your exos in. That means that any digital or physical book copy could very easily be turned into a wallet. Not a wallet with exos in it necessarily at sale time, because that changes things. But the idea that the wallet, imagine a book signing where the book is a paper wallet. That'd be neat. So we could probably think of dozens of things like that we can tie in. And then also, of course, all these other things that are going on. You've got the EXO Prize, you've got EXO's LATAM, you've got Women for Impact. I mean, somehow weaving all these together into the book launch, because that makes the work we're doing on the book launch itself and at Opening itself and in the Opening EXO community and in the sister economies and the economy, the most amazing case study that could be written, frankly, in the book itself. So how much are we talking about ourselves? We don't often see the forest for the trees. So I've been thinking about that a lot, Lisa, and beyond my thoughts, there are probably tons of ideas. This is an incredibly creative group for you to tap into.
Yeah, and I'm putting together a case study template and I'll pass it around. And so if people could just fill that out, then we can get more and more cases built in to the system and into the book.
Great. Angelo, you should go next after that comment.
Well, hey, hello everybody. Angelo here, and I've been running some experiment related to the token, and we are looking for the success stories about the use of the ExO token right now. And also maybe some story from the past too that could help us to develop some kind of PDF or case study and let us know to the public how useful is the token for the economy. And let me show you. I've been planning to, with the team, we're planning to promote all the success stories here in the map of the Open EXO economy that can be created per when we have enough people sharing the stories. You know, that's the main task right now. And on the other side, I put on the marketplace an opportunity for receiving that story, and will be awesome if all of you can share it with your peers to start talking with each other and know a little bit more about the success stories. And we are also with Nikki and Eric and Vanessa meeting every week, planning the next step in terms of the celebration, in terms of the wallet, in terms of the next step. And also I have been working on digesting the thousands of ideas that we have right now and putting it in a way that can be simple for everyone. And that's the other part that I need to work on it. It's working process right now. And that's all for this time. I don't know if someone have a question related to the post, or can share with me the ideas or a link with a person that can I talk with them to discuss the success story will be awesome.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Let's see. Who have I missed? Please raise your hand. All right. Toby, I know you went at the beginning, and we're going to catch up. But I was wondering, usually I like to ask folks who's kind of their first time through the call, who are coming from outside, any thoughts or reactions that you want to share before I start to wrap the call?
Yeah, no, it's so it's been a really great session. So thanks for introducing me to you all and how you operate collectively. And I was sort of thinking from a sort of EXO economy standpoint, it's just really, really exciting to see sort of an early DAO in action, and kudos to you all for making it work. And I think there's a lot that can be done to sort of build from here and really have impact all over the world, even more so than you're already doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Toby. Saleem told me he was signing off. I still see him logged in. We'll see if his little mute button goes off or if he actually disappeared. But we're kind of in the last stage. There's not a lot of time left at the end of these meetings lately to do what we call the agenda round or the dynamic agenda round. So does anybody, are you super blocked on anything you didn't talk about? You need someone's help to process the next step? I've probably got time for one of these. Anybody? Michelle, you're waving.
Yes, I have an invitation for everybody today. If they can share their WhatsApp link, we can pass the link for them to download the wallet, because we're attracting the talent of the technical people. Most of you are very well talented, so that's what we would like to offer. You can share.
Okay.
It would be nice. Thank you.
Okay. Well, maybe you should share your WhatsApp number in the chat and people can ping you directly, because this will, oh, there it is. So this will wrap soon. Okay, great. So with that, I think we are concluding another lovely Tuesday call. I was having nostalgia attack this morning, realizing that I think Najib and I in particular started having these calls every week as early as early 2017. And then brought in Cesar and brought in Michael and a number of, and Saleem. And so this is amazing, basically, to see how it's matured and grown and it's changed, and it's grown and it's shrunk and it's changed a lot over time. And that's what it takes to get here. So really, really appreciate all of you that are here and the work you're doing, and very committed to helping you from an Open EXO Inc., a public benefit corporation perspective, push that forward. There are many, many things we can do. So keep that in mind. And I think with that, we're going to call it a wrap if there's nothing else to do today. And we'll see you again here next week. Bring a friend who loves crypto next week if you like. They can watch the show with us here or on YouTube. All right.
Awesome. Cheers,
It's Dow Reality TV. Toby just made me think. This is Dow Reality TV. It doesn't move that fast. It's been years, but it happens. All right. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.